Shall your brothers go to war and you sit your behind here? That's what Moses is saying. You got to correlate that with many of us today. You got some brothers in the war, in this fight, and other brothers just sitting back.
He's even brought his prophets out here to try to get you to understand, to start doing his laws, statutes, and commandments.
Where are they? Who are they? So this world was given to them, all because of what we didn't do.
They act like the food, but when it all comes down to it, I guarantee they choose their people over you. Social injustice, economic justice. We don't care about pleasing the Most High God. We hate God. That's the final issue.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 17.
We're looking at the prophets of God, the children of Israel, God's chosen people. That is who you're looking at. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are the children of Israel.
That's right.
That's God's chosen people. We are sent to you to teach repentance. Read.
From that time, Jesus began to preach and to say, repent.
Jesus Christ said what?
Repent.
Read.
For the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Read. Look at this. Come around here. Come around here. Hey, look at this sign. Do you identify yourself with one of the tribes? If I was to ask you, what's your nationality? What's your nationality? What would you tell me? American black, right? So do you know that you're from the tribe of Judah? You didn't know that. Now, do you know who else from the tribe of Judah? Let me show you who from the tribe of Judah, the same tribe that you come from. The same blood that's going through your veins. Let's see who else came from the tribe of Judah. 14. Listen good. You okay? This is your salvation. He'll be alright if he really loves you.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Read.
For it is evident.
If I say it's evident, that means it's what? It's a fact, right? Read.
That our Lord.
That what?
That our Lord sprang out of Judah.
That our Lord sprang out of Judah.
That's right.
Where did you say you come from? Judah. You came from Judah. Alright? So repent, okay? And keep God's commandments, alright? Alright, all praise. So now, go back to King.
Book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46.
You got a question, brother? Alright, now look, I gotta ask you this. Do you know who you are according to the Bible?
Black man.
You're a black man, right? Now look on this sign. Do you see black man on this sign? But you're an American. You're American black. You're African. What part of Africa are you from? You don't know. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Let me show you something. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Because you are Israelite too. And we're going to read about it. What you just did was fulfill Bible prophecy. And we're going to read it, okay?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Read.
The ox knoweth his owner.
So God said the ox knoweth his owner. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
And the donkey his master's crib.
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But the children of Israel.
Doth not know.
They don't know.
My people doth not consider.
They don't even consider. That's why I asked you and you said, when I said what part of Africa you came from, you are God's chosen people. But you don't know that because you've not been taught that. All praises. Now, give me Malachi chapter 2 verse 7. Because you said you like the knowledge. You lack the knowledge. Well, let's see the knowledge that I'm supposed to provide for you. Since you confessed and say you lack it. Read.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 7.
Read out.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
The priest's lips should keep knowledge, right? Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
And they, meaning the people, should seek the law at his mouth. So when you come to me, you're supposed to come to me to get what? The law, right? Now, if I ask you again, what's your nationality? What would you tell me? You're an Israelite, right? That's who you are. Because now you know that you're an Israelite. It's things that are, Deuteronomy 10. It's things that are required of you. Okay? Now watch.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12.
Read.
And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does God want me to do? Ain't that a question that you asked him? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
First you got to fear the Lord thy God.
To walk in all his ways.
You got to walk in God's ways.
And to love him.
And you have to love God. But now I know you don't know how to do that, so he's going to tell you how to do it. Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So now you must keep God's commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, get a brother a flyer. Yeah, the brother right there got a flyer. I praise you. I understand. Yeah, this ain't religion. There goes the flyer right there. You ain't never found nothing that makes sense. Now it's making sense of who you are and what you got to do. You understand? Now give me Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Because it ain't because you said something, you said, I never knew. I don't know, right? You're not ashamed to say that. That's a good thing. That's a humble spirit. Read.
The book of Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord.
Because God himself brought you here. Read.
How can a man then understand his own way?
Because now you understand that God is in control of you. God is the one who brought you here today to find out you're an Israelite.
That's right.
You should not walk the earth and say you're African American after this day. Why? Because you just found out you're the children of Israel. Right. You see what I'm saying? Now what you must do is keep God's commandments. Alright? Give me that in Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 11. Alright? Yeah, get one more, but I just got to see if you're willing to humble to the words of God. Let's see.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So now I'm going to give you the order. The head of what?
The head of every man is Christ.
So the head of the man is Jesus Christ, right? Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is the Father. So that's the order. You got the Father, you got Christ, you got man, you got woman, right? Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
What that say?
There's only one God.
Read it again.
But I would have you know, the book of 1 Corinthians 11 and 4. Every man,
so you're a man, right?
Praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
Having his head covered, you listening to the prophecies that's coming out of this book, but you got your head covered.
Dishonoreth his head.
You dishonoring Christ. So what should you do? You want to honor Christ. How do you honor Christ? Keep his commandment, right? So what should you do if your head is covered and this Bible is being spoken on? So what should you do? Sit. How hard is it to take off your hat, bro? All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. That's not hard. Keep it off. Keep it off when you leave. Exactly. As long as these scriptures coming out, keep your hat off. When you leave, you put your hat back on, whatever you got to do. But you showing honor to God. Now give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 15. Listen to this last scripture. Last scripture. If you got to go, bro. Give me wisdom. I'll praise you. Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 15.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1, verse 15.
Read.
For
righteousness, because the act that you did was an act of righteousness. Read.
Is immortal.
Don't you want to live forever? So how hard is it just you to take the hat off? That's not hard, because the end result is the Most High can make you live forever based on that. You understand what I'm saying, bro? So all you got to do now is keep God's commandments. You got the information. Everything is free, all right, brother? All praises to the Most High. All right, take it easy, all right? Go back to 1 Kings. Hey, how you doing, brother? Come in right quick.
What is this all about, man?
We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Look on this sign. Do you identify with one of the tribes on this sign?
Yes, sir.
Which tribe are you? What does it say? It's
He's American black.
So you're a quote unquote Mexican?
Black.
You're Mexican. Alright, so now, do you know that you're from the tribe of Issachar of the nation of Israel? Did you know that? You didn't know that. Okay, give me Matthew 15:24. Let me show you the importance of you knowing that you come from these tribes. You believe in Christ? Okay, now listen to this.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24.
This is Jesus Christ speaking.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You hear what Christ said?
But he answered and said,
But Jesus Christ answered and said,
I am not sent
Christ said, I am not sent
but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Do you understand what that says? So now, by you knowing that you are from the tribe of Issachar, who is Christ sent to? He's sent to you.
That's right.
You understand that?
Bring it out.
But you did not know that because you was under the guise of being a Mexican. Christ is not sent to the Mexicans. Christ is sent to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yes,
That's the importance of you knowing that you're from the tribe of Issachar.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. That's what the Most High Spirit was on that brother. Hopefully the Most High, hopefully the brother repents. But now we're worrying about you. Give me Philippians chapter 2, verse 11. But verse 12. Because this is about you and about your cousin, brother. This is your salvation. Listen to this scripture, then I'm going to get into the history on you being Issachar, alright? Alright, bro? So now, if I was to ask you now, what's your nationality, what would you tell me? You Latino, that's all you know. Okay, just bear with me, okay?
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
So you must work out your own salvation. You understand that, bro? You must work out your own salvation. So now, get me Genesis 49 on Issachar. Alright, bro, so now I'm going to explain to you that you Issachar, and this is how you Issachar. Alright? The Mexicans are quote-unquote Mexicans. What is the symbol that identifies them? What you call it, a donkey or an ass or something like that? Alright, read this.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass.
So the Bible says Issachar is a strong ass, meaning they're hard-working people. Aren't the Mexicans are hard-working people? They work long hours for little wages. Does that not fit your people? Okay, we're gonna read some more.
Couching down between two burdens.
They're couching down between two burdens. The burdens is North America. They paying taxes to North America. And South America. They paying taxes to South America, right? But where is Mexico located? In the middle, right? So that's crouching down between two burdens. Read.
And he saw that rest was good.
And he saw that rest was good. Now let me ask you something. In the middle of the day, what do Mexicans like to do in the middle of the day? Sleep. Read it again.
And he saw that rest was good. And the land that it was pleasant.
And the land, Mexico, is what? Pleasant. Why do you think a lot of people like to go on vacation in Mexico? Because it's a beautiful land. What are we reading about? Your land. Right? We're reading about Mexico. Right? So now we're going to go to Deuteronomy 28. So now we're going to go to Deuteronomy 28. Now listen good, okay, brother? Because remember, this is for your salvation.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Bring it out!
But it shall come to pass.
So Moses is talking to the children of Israel. He said, it shall come to pass, meaning in the future,
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
if you Israelites don't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God,
to observe to do all his commandments,
by keeping all of his commandments,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
that what?
All these curses shall come upon thee.
He said all these curses are going to come upon you.
And take thee.
And take you.
Curse shall and overtake thee.
If you don't listen to God, right? Let's see some of the curses. Drop down to verse 48.
48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. What is Trump trying to build right now? A wall, right? Ain't he trying to build a wall to separate Mexico from America? Ain't he trying to do that? But who he trying to get to build it? The Mexicans. This is your land. They came over here and took this land from you. It's your land. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In hunger as a people. In hunger, you have to get your food from your enemies. Right now, the food that the corn that's in Mexico, they importing it from where? From America. Did you know that? They're still doing it. Yes, they are still doing it. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness.
And in want of all things.
Everything that you want, you will have to get it from your enemies. Read. And he, your enemy,
shall put a yoke of iron
upon thy neck. Look at the picture. Right here, brother. Look at that. Did that not happen to your people? And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until you are destroyed. No longer do you have yokes of iron on your neck. Why? Because you are mentally destroyed. You are destroyed as a people. You don't even know that you are from the children of Israel. You understand that, bro? Read. Brazil is part of the 12 tribes too. But worry about your own self right now. Seek your own salvation. Read.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. Remember, Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. He said that the Lord will bring a nation against thee from far. When the conquistadors came, ain't that a long way from here? But that's not our biblical last name. Our biblical last name is Israel.
Right.
Stop worrying about your cousin and worry about yourself.
Right.
Read.
From the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth. When the conquistadors came, they came from the end of the earth.
Right. As swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth. Because their emblem was the eagle. Even today, what is the emblem of the people that's ruling over us? The eagle, the bald eagle. The bald eagle. That is the emblem. Y'all got this side?
Check behind the beast.
We're going to show you, bro. There it is right there. Read that verse again, dude.
The Lord shall bring a nation against these from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
Now this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel. He said that an eagle, meaning that the emblem of the nation that's going to come against you will be the eagle. Is that not true? Yeah, that's true. What that makes you the children of Israel. You are God's chosen people. And God has sent us today to tell you to repent and keep God's commandments. That is your mission. You understand that, brother? That's what our mission is. Because you are from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
All right? So now, when you say, look at this. When you say you're from the tribe of Issachar, now it's meaning behind it. Now you have a nationality, bro. Now go back to 1 Kings. Drop that, go to 1 Kings. All right, bro? Listen good, though.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46.
Go to verse
47. Yet if they shall bethink themselves.
Yet if they, meaning the Israelites, shall bethink themselves. Bethink means remember. Yet if they shall remember who they are.
In the land whither they were carried captive.
In the land where they was carried captive.
And repent.
And do what?
And repent.
And do what?
And repent.
That is our message. For you to repent. Do you know how to repent? How do you repent? You Muslim. You Muslim. Alright? But that's a religion. What's your nationality? So you saying that you property of Spain? That's what Hispanic means. No, you're an Israelite, bro. That's what we're trying to tell you. That you God's chosen people. Let me Deuteronomy 7:6.
The book.
That's what we're trying to tell you, bro. God did not give us a religion. God gave us laws to keep. We're trying to tell you to keep those laws. You understand? It's more than just 10 commandments, bro. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Now, Moses talking to Israel. He's not talking to no Muslims. Watch what he tells the children of Israel, which you are. Read.
For thou art an holy people.
You Israelites are a holy people.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
The Lord thy God has chosen you Israelites, not you Muslims. He said, I chose you Israelites
to be a special people.
To be a special people.
Unto himself. Above.
What?
Above.
God said that the children of Israel are above
all people.
The Bible says that the children of Israel are above all people
that are upon the face of the earth.
So why would I want to call myself a Muslim when God just said that the children of Israel are above all people on the earth?
That's right.
Why would I want to be a Muslim? I know I'm right. The Bible's right. Read it again for the brother.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
You Israelites are a holy people. The Muslims try to walk the earth and pretend to be holy. But God said the children of Israel are holy. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
God chose you Israelites. He didn't choose Ishmael. You understand? He chose Israel, not Ishmael. Read.
To be a special people unto himself.
Unto himself. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's what we coming out here to tell you, bro. That you are above all people on the earth. You understand that? That's who you are. You are above all people walking this planet. But what you got to do is repent and keep God's commandments. You understand that? You got to repent and keep God's commandments. I know I'm right. The Bible's right. I'm just a vessel to tell you the truth. That's all I am. Now, let me ask you something. Are you willing to keep God's commandments? You are. Give me 1 Corinthians 11.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians.
Now, this is a commandment that you can keep right now. Let's see if you're willing to keep God's commandments.
Chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man,
ain't your man? Every man
praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
What should you do?
I thought you got off into it.
What should you do? Uncover your head. How hard is that? All praises to the Most High. All praises. How hard is that? It's not hard. You understand? Because Christ wants you to uncover his head. Now jump up to verse 1.
Verse 1. Be ye followers of me.
Be ye followers of me.
Even as I also am of Christ.
Because Paul is of Christ. So Paul said, look, take off your hat, uncover your head when this Bible is coming out. You understand? Now, do you know what today is? You didn't say it. Today is the Lord's Sabbath. Did you know that? No. Did you know you can't buy or sell on the Sabbath? You can't buy, sell, cook, none of that on the Sabbath. Did you know that? Right? But you bought that, right? So what should you do now that you know? You know you don't. How hard is that? Don't buy nothing else. But ask God to forgive you for buying that.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's not hard. He's dealing with that straight. Hold that, bro, before you jump. And I want you to hear this. Go to Sirach 21:1. Hold that, though. So I want you to hear this, right? Because God, what I just said is the same thing God is saying, right? He's going to make it more plainer than I can make it, all right? Now listen good, okay? Because you bought that not knowing that today was the Sabbath. Now that you know the day of the Sabbath, watch what God is saying to you through me.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 21, verse 1. My son, hast thou sinned?
My son, hast thou sinned? Have you broke God's commandment? Yes, because you bought on the Sabbath, right? Read.
Do so no more.
He said, don't do it no more. Read.
But ask pardon.
But ask forgiveness
for thy former sins.
But ask forgiveness for my former sins. So what I'm going to do is, hey Lord, I'm sorry, I didn't know the day was the Sabbath. Forgive me, I'm not going to do it no more. That's repenting.
Right.
You understand? So from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, should you buy anything? No. Now you understand that. Why? Because it's the Lord's Sabbath.
Right.
You understand? You see how we must learn from each other? You understand that, bro? Alright, now go back to what? Go back to the Sabbath. Alright, bro. Now you're starting to find out what you got to do in order to be at one with the living God, your Father. Because you are from the 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, bro? Read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
God said, remember the Sabbath day. Why? Because as a people, he knew we would forget the Sabbath day in captivity. So he's telling us to remember the Sabbath day.
To keep it holy.
To do what?
To keep it holy.
Remember in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, he said we're at the bottom. You see what I'm saying? Read it again.
We don't know what the Bible.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor.
6 days you can do all the work that you got to do, all right? Read.
And do all thy work. But the seventh day.
But the seventh day
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
In that day you should not be doing no work.
Thou, nor thy son.
That's it. Now give me that in Nehemiah 13. Alright, bro. So now that you understand on the Sabbath day, you're supposed to keep that day holy, right? You didn't know how to keep the day holy, did you? Nah, you didn't know. But because you honest and you saying you didn't know, you can be edified with the word of God. You understand? Because you didn't know. Nehemiah 13. Yep.
This is the book of...
Yep. Nehemiah.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 15. In those days saw I in Judah some treading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sheaves and lading asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day.
So this is the prophet Nehemiah. When he came back to Jerusalem, he seen all this wickedness going on. Read.
And I testified against them.
And Nehemiah got mad because they was working on the Sabbath. He got mad, so he testified against them.
In the day wherein they sold victuals.
And they were selling what? Victuals.
There dwelt men of Tyre also therein.
There dwelt men of other nations.
Which brought fish and all manner of ware and sold on the Sabbath unto the children of Judah.
So they were selling on the, remember I told you can't sell, right? You can't sell on God's holy Sabbath. But these people had came to Jerusalem and was trying to sell on the Sabbath. Read.
And in Jerusalem, then I contended with the nobles of Judah.
Then I contended. If I contend with you, what that mean? I'm not in agreement with you. I'm going against you if I'm contending with you. So Nehemiah said I'm contending against them because they were selling on the Sabbath. Read.
And said unto them,
and this is what I said.
What evil thing is this? What evil thing is this?
So if you bind on the Sabbath, that is evil. You didn't know that, did you? Read.
What evil thing is this that ye do and profane the Sabbath day?
That is profaning God's holy day. You understand that, bro? That's why God sent you here today, for you to understand. So from this point on, for the rest of your life, bro, do not buy when the sun go down on Friday and when the sun until the sun go down on Saturday, okay? That day is the Lord's day. All right, no buying and selling, all right, brother?
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC. To stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.